But I want to know a little bit more. So tell me what about a love story? Is there a love story?
In my personal life?
Yeah.
Or on screen?
नहीं on screen तो obviously on screen तो चलती रहेगी.
Hi, right now I don't want to have any love story. I just want to focus on my work because then that takes away, I guess, a lot of things from you. Then you're not able to
attention
focus.
देनी पड़ती है. हाँ.
And I mean, even if you're like into a relationship, I'm somebody who is a hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
And I'm somebody who, as I always say, I am overtly sensitive also, very responsible for my acts also. I just can't, have a fling or an affair and,
so you've
then move on and be okay
love?
about.
Never been in love?
Of course I have been. Of course I have been. I have had a failed attempt. But I think that's
I don't think of things as failed attempts.
Yeah.
I always think of things as learnings, I mean, whatever it is when you're young, right?
Yeah.
And you're going through life, you're going to have relationships.
And
whether it's friendships, they're all relationships. And some of them work, sometimes they don't work, and sometimes they come back and work.
Yeah.
So there's no guarantee and nothing.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's failures.
Yeah.
So first crush. चलो एक्टर पे तो हुआ.
हाँ बहुत सारों पे.
किस पे?
शाहरुख खान.
Again शाहरुख खान.
पूरी दुनिया का national crush.
I know
it's a very boring answer.
No, it's not boring. He's lovely.
Yeah.
He's lovely.
I remember I was just watching one of his clips. अभी recently दिल से का एक scene था कि वो railway track पे है and the wind is blowing and he's an RJ. I revisited that scene and I still think nobody can pour in that level of romanticism the way he does. He's so amazing. रणबीर कपूर बहुत पसंद थे.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
अपने मुल्क से बहुत कम. अपने मुल्क से हमारे नेशनल क्रश कोई नहीं है. Maybe you know all of them.
Yeah.
So they're not like crush.
I know.
बचपन में मुझे बाबर अली और शान बहुत पसंद थे.
Okay.
I thought they were like the true film stars and
Yeah, but they are. Shan
they
is
still
definitely
are.
a star.
Yeah, absolutely. And they had that aura, that iconic, timeless, tags attached to them.
Yeah.
I don't think actors have that streak anymore.
That star value.
Yeah.
It's called a star.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
Do you have to become a star? I mean, I was also thinking about it yesterday, watching something, and I thought, okay, now Tom Cruise is a star.
Yeah.
He's 50-something.
Yeah.
And it's been consistent since he started, right? That makes you a star.
Yeah.
And then there are a lot of other people out there who are going to either get there, not get there, you don't know that.
Absolutely.
But star hota hai.
Bilkul.
Yeah.
Bilkul.
Okay. So, what else should we ask you?
One thing that you were saying, उससे एक वो दिमाग में एक चीज़ रही. You said a thing that there is no such thing called failed relationship or failures.
Failed work.
But I feel the biggest learning that I had from a failed relationship was कभी-कभी ख़ास तौर पे ये जो हमारे साउथ एशियन रीजन के लोग हैं ना उनमें बहुत ज़्यादा लॉयल्टी होती है जो कि बहुत गलत चीज़ भी है.
अच्छा.
बहुत ज़्यादा सिंसेरिटी होती है. वो आप में इतनी होती है कि आप अगले बंदे से भी वही एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं. And when you don't get that, you're enormously disappointed and discouraged in life.
And
so what you do is you make the other person responsible for your happiness, your sadness, your anxiety, your whatever. All sorts of emotions that one person is responsible.
Expectations बहुत
ज़्यादा हैं. फिर हमें ये भी साइड बाय साइड कोटेशंस सिखाई जाती हैं और समझाई जाती हैं. एक्सपेक्टेशंस नहीं रखनी चाहिए. हालांकि हमारे माँ बाप की भी हमसे एक्सपेक्टेशंस होती हैं. तो एक्सपेक्टेशंस रखना जिनसे आपको बहुत प्यार है, बहुत इश्क है, वो एक नेचुरल चीज़ है. तो ये कहना कि एक्सपेक्टेशंस नहीं होनी चाहिए, आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी रॉन्ग फिनोमेना. वो ऑटोमेटिकली ये एक ह्यूमन नेचर है कि वो बिल्ड हो जाती है. बट टू मेक that other person so responsible and accountable for all your emotions. अपने सारे emotions का मलबा आप किसी दूसरे इंसान पे रख रहे
आप
हैं,
बिल्कुल
ये
सही कह रहे
बहुत
हैं।
गलत चीज़ है.
और बहुत
And I'm
बहुत
owning my
South
mistake.
Asian, नहीं वो बहुत साउथ एशियन चीज है कि वो
Yeah.
मर मिट के टूट
हाँ.
के बस वो ही
And I
रांझे
think then
वाला
you're not
प्यार है।
valuing your own self in that
Yeah, you're
process.
right. You know, it's too much. It's
You're
too much.
expecting so much from that person. वो शायद खुद भी बेचारा इतना स्ट्रांग ना हो, उतना केपेबल नहीं हो,
खुदा बना के बैठ
वो
जाओ
अपने खुद के इमोशंस का बोझ ही सही तरह से हैंडल नहीं कर पा रहा हो.
And we all are at some point
Yeah.
and some part of our
Yeah.
life and trauma, childhood, कोई ना कोई dysfunctionality हर एक में होती है.
बिल्कुल ऐसे.
ठीक है ना? And we're trying to balance it and understand it in a relationship.
Yeah.
And so perfection तो exist ही नहीं करती ना. वही मैंने कहा ना, वो prince exist नहीं करता.
Yeah.
So वो आपको उसको बहुत गौर से समझना चाहिए. और this is very true that it is very much part of our culture.
Yeah.
And you're very right
Yeah.
to bring this up. That please, work on yourself.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
work
I
on
should
your-
be responsible for my
Yes,
happiness, for my
exactly.
sadness.
Yeah, yeah.
Why am I giving that whole responsibility, power, and package to the other person who's not capable?
Right. Yeah.
But yes, expecting loyalty at least is something which is my right.
Right.
But I think in all circumstances, giving yourself that priority and importance is also very important for girls today.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the burden, it becomes too much of a burden for some people. It's also and that's when the loyalty falters.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to run away from it.
Yeah.
I don't know if people understanding. We're like having a 101 psychology one.
And men always run away from it.
But you know what
it
I'm
might
saying?
be a very hasty generalization,
Yeah,
but
no, it is.
men loves running away
And
from
then
it.
yeah, because there's just too much.
Yeah.
You can't deliver, and then you don't feel like you're worthy, and then you want to go somewhere where you're not meant to. You feel worthy.
Yeah.
So that's where the loyalty falters.
Yeah.
So relationships can be very complicated.
Yeah.
And yes, I agree with you. But I think the most important point you've raised in this is you.
Yeah.
We don't look after ourselves. We have
don't
to
look
look out
after
for ourselves
ourselves.
and expect things from ourselves rather than from others.
And I think then we are damaging ourselves. Like for
Yeah.
the longest time period of recently, I was suffering from anxiety constantly.
Yeah.
And I was just